Is that setting us up for basically no change next week?
Yes, I think it is setting us up for no change next week. But let's be clear about this. The end of negative interest rates in Japan is nigh. It is coming, but we think it's going to be next year rather than this month. From what we're hearing, BOJ officials see no need to rush this decision. Let's face it, they've spent more than a decade with this extraordinary stimulus program. It would seem a bit odd to rush it right at the last minute. Now, if you look at the logic of what they're saying, that we've had kind of bad inflation in Japan, and what they're wanting is good inflation that is supported by wages. They're saying they want to see more evidence that that wage growth is there and in place. We have these negotiations between unions and companies with results to be out in mid-March. So, the logic suggests that the best timing for this change at the BOJ would be April. That's also a month when it releases forecasts. It also releases forecasts in January and July, so they are other possibilities. But I think April should be the main case, with a risk scenario of an early move in January.
Paul, how much volatility could we see this create across global markets, depending on the timing?
Well, I think there's always going to be a lot of volatility heading up to each of these meetings from this point. I think markets are going to be on edge at each meeting, no matter what intel is out there. The BOJ has surprised in December, and it did again in July this year. So the concept of kind of taking advantage of markets' momentary kind of expectations that nothing's going to happen. That's something the BOJ has used to its benefit. But I think that's mainly been on tweaking the YCC end of its complicated stimulus program. I think something more hardcore, like the short-term interest rate, this negative interest rate, it's the last one amongst major global banks globally. I think they're going to be more cautious about this one, about signalling it. And don't forget that Governor Ueda is the godfather of forward guidance at the BOJ. He's the one who originally brought it on board.